we introduced a bill to talk about transparency with the Port Authority and to try and get reports on a regular basis from the Port Authority's action in active counties. On the suggestion of Freeholder Tedesco, Freeholder suggested it would be a great idea if we knew what was happening in our locale. You just missed the 182 that leads from this station that hits the George Washington Bridge. Lots of folks commute here in Hackensack and Bergen County to their jobs in the city. It'd be nice if we all knew what was going on, and maybe we won't have the disasters that occurred last year. I want to introduce our freeholder, Jimmy Tedesco, whose idea was to push this in the legislature. I appreciate your thoughts, Jim. You're up.
Thank you, Assemblyman. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us here today to discuss such an important issue. And many thanks to Assemblyman Tim Eustace for sponsoring this important bipartisan legislation with Assemblyman Joe Lagana and their colleagues in the General Assembly. There must be greater transparency and accountability at the Port Authority. It's been a little more than a year after Bridgegate, and we still don't have all the answers surrounding the controversial lane closure. I was the first public official to call for an investigation into Bridgegate and introduce the Community Bill of Rights shortly after becoming a freeholder 11 months ago, and this Bill of Rights must be adopted by the Port Authority. I met one-on-one with the new executive director of the Port Authority in my office, and she made a commitment to me and to Bergen County freeholders. To me and the Bergen County freeholders, we would be included in the reform process. To date, we're still waiting to be contacted. Some points of my Bill of Rights are the foundation of Assemblyman Eustace's bill, and this is a perfect example of elected officials working together for reform and transparency. My Bill of Rights has 8 points, and that are worth repeating because they help the Port Authority regain the trust it lost when it succumbed to the political pressure that first fateful day in September 2013. Point 1, each host municipality and host county shall have the right to appoint one elected official to a Port Authority of New York and New Jersey Advisory Committee, which shall meet monthly with the commissioners and executive staff. 2, notice of any change in traffic patterns or any planned activities that could disrupt the normal flow of traffic must be communicated to the host municipality and the county at least 1 week prior to the activity commencing, except in emergency situations. 3, when a disruption to the normal flow of traffic is the result of an emergency situation, the Port Authority officials must notify the affected host municipality and county within 30 minutes. 4, the Port Authority must establish on a semi-annual basis a priority list of infrastructure projects with detailed explanations of such projects and outline the needs and costs. Any Port Authority commissioner that has a financial or business interest within the borders of the host municipality or county must disclose in writing such interest to their governing bodies within 30 days. 6, each host municipality and county will have the ability to assign one representative to serve on the Public Safety Task Force with representatives from the Port Authority. 7, the Port Authority must take all necessary and reasonable steps to inform the public of any changes to normal procedures, mass transit schedule, or traffic patterns. And last, and finally, the Port Authority shall make a good faith effort to fairly compensate any municipality in which it rents or owns property. These 8 points, along with Assemblyman Eustace's measure, will bring the transparency and accountability that is lacking back to the Port Authority. I thank you all for coming, and I thank again Assemblyman Eustace and Lagana for their efforts to raise the level of transparency at this huge and important agency, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. Thank you.
One question, please. Assemblyman Eustace, do you think, membership has said that essentially the SCI has been expanded, they've been trying to find something for 8 months, including the allegations will have Bridgegate and the Port Authority. Should we get rid of the SCI committee? He says it's time. What do you think?
I think it's time for the governor to be more transparent rather than trying to hide things behind the state agency. The SCI should be left to its job.
obviously the investigations both at the state level and federal level are ongoing regarding Bridgegate. Some of the people who apparently have been asked to submit records are people closely involved with the Port Authority. If there are indictments before the election, again, there's no way of knowing what's going to happen. If there are indictments for the election, do you think that would effectively decide the county executive election in your favor?
The issue is about transparency into the Port Authority, and I testified in front of the Port Authority back in November, right after I got elected, and I urged the members of the Port Authority to tell the truth and to come clean to the public of New Jersey, because what I said to them was, gentlemen, the cover-up was worse than the crime. So come forward, tell us what you know, tell us what happened. I even passed legislation at the county level to encourage the members of the New Jersey delegation for the Port Authority to come to the Freeholder Board of Bergen County and explain what they know and what's happened. And to this day, I'm still waiting for a response. So this is about changing culture, changing behavior of people that for many, many years and for way too long have been meeting behind closed doors, making decisions in smoke-filled rooms, and they need to come out of those rooms, and they need to be honest and forthcoming with the public. And I believe that this bill that the two assemblymen are putting forth will help do that.
Thank you.